It's been so long I forgot how to do this part. So, apparently, not only did I forget how to make one of these, but I guess my computer did too. So this is a weird one. So I apologize ahead of time, but obviously this is not how I normally start a video. But at this point in the game, I've already recorded like 3 episodes, and I didn't even realize until I started putting stuff together edit-wise that the whole first episode is just completely unusable footage. It's choppy and laggy. The audio gets screwed up halfway through. I don't know if it's OBS that's giving me issues or what it is, because even recording outside of OBS in my stand, just like run-of-the-mill built into the computer recording software, is giving me audio issues too. So I don't know what's going on. So hopefully this one works a little bit better. And to save myself a lot of agony, instead of trying to figure out a process of showing you step by step the build of this, we're just going to show you the empty park, and we're just going to cut to what the first area of the park is going to be, and we'll just talk about it. So I'm going to snap my fingers here, and we're going to have a bit of movie magic. All right, before I get any further, thanks for joining me, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and welcome to episode 1 of my new series. Now, like I was just stating, the whole previous video has to be completely just scrapped, so I'm kind of winging this one. I'm going to try and walk you through how I would normally do, but obviously you can see pretty much everything is already set in stone. I was, kind of playing around with park names and stuff in the beginning, and it didn't come to me until halfway through building this, so I'm just going to hop right to it. The new park that we are working on is called Ravenrock Woods. My original idea was just kind of going to be like a rustic nature park, and that's kind of what I've been sticking to. Not really trying to lean into any real particular themes, like too hard. Oh wow, look at that! I actually, you know what? Not even gonna worry about it. You might notice some things that are missing. I had to pretty much delete half the park, and I think I deleted a little too much. Ravenrock Woods, rustic nature park. So we are looking at the main entrance, obviously. The main entrance plaza here. We've got the nice gates into the park. Very old school. I didn't want it to be anything huge and elaborate, I guess is the good word. Like I said, I wanted it to have that nice old vintage rustic feel. Over to the left, you got your stalls for your tickets and your passes. We got some bathroom blocks as well. Some nice seating and some scenery around, just to kind of, hang out and chill out if you're there early. The park hasn't opened yet, or if you're waiting for your bus, which the buses are still being used for the spawn points. I did like a bus parking drop-off area to kind of work the spawn points in a little bit more naturally. I feel weird. This is weird to me. Outside of the park, we've got our Just a Memento gift shop. We have Slice Life restaurant, which, yes, my brand Slice Life has made a comeback in this park, and will continue to make appearances in future builds as well. We have a full, well, not full. This is just a kind of a parking area would be. Obviously, I can't build over here. We'll just have to use our imaginations, but I really wanted to lean into some realism with this build. So we've got the parking area. I've even got the different sections marked with like B1, B2, C1, and so on. That way you know where you parked. We've got the handicap parking, as well as some priority parking over here. So like pass holders, VIP, whatever you might have, they've got their own designated lots. We've got the bus lane. We've got the through lane. So all the parking bollards are in place, crosswalks. Nice retaining wall and privacy fence above to kind of keep riffraff from trying to sneak into the park. But I don't even know where I'm going with that, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is weird. Not a fan. So yeah. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the beginning of the park. Obviously, in bread fashion, we have the B&M coaster that flies over not necessarily the entrance of the park, but the entryway. The main plaza area does have the B&M wing coaster that we'll talk about here in a little bit. It does 2 flyovers, which is a nice little interaction area with the footpath. The footpath itself, I've made sure to really go in and really detail them out a little bit and keep things closer together. I learned from Breakwater Point that I don't necessarily need to put huge gaps in between stuff just to fill end to end. I can still make a mega park while keeping things closer and tighter. So there isn't just as much blank walking with nothing going on in between. Heavy focus on little realistic details, so like gutters going down into an in-ground drain, security cameras, air ducts. This building here, we've got like a little welcome center for guests. Obviously, it's fully decked, well, not fully decked out, but interiors are a little bit more decked out than what I've done in the past. This one, maybe not so much. This is a little bit more simple, but as you'll see in future park updates, I get a little bit more involved with my interiors. We have the Gulpy gift shop like I did in the previous parks. I feel like my parks all have like a sponsorship partnership kind of thing with Gulpy, so I like building these little Gulpy interiors. I don't know why. I think it's fun. Workable gift shop to try and get guests in, obviously. Over here, they're not open yet, but I've got some grab-and-go slushy stands. I mean, you usually get this kind of stuff right at the park. First thing, you come in, get the kids all hopped up on sugar to get them through the day, or as you're getting ready to leave, that way they can be all crazy on the car ride home, whatever. Get it when you want it. Another first sit-down restaurant inside the park, Atomic Taco has made a comeback. Again, like Slice Life, it will continue to make a comeback. The interiors, again, a little bit more furnished than what I've done in the past, but not as furnished as what we'll see in future updates. What I'm saying will make sense in the episode to come after this. But Atomic Taco has made a comeback. We have Ravenrock Railway. So I am putting a train in the park. This is the first time I've really done a train. It's about high time that I made one. So I'm going to put a nice heavy focus on a scenic ride for this. Obviously, the first station here is at the front of the park. It's mainly going to be designated to this side of the park, so we will have another station over here to take you to the back with a nice little scenic ride through to get you to and from. The sundial right up front. Did the name stick? It did. I've named this ride Overthrill. No real theming. I will incorporate it a little bit more in future updates, but Overthrill sits there. Excuse me. And then obviously the coaster for this episode. Like I already mentioned, we've got the B&M wing coaster, which is named Sentry. The guard that kind of walks the perimeter of the fort, making sure everything is safe and no one's trying to get in. I thought that was kind of a cool name since it does go over the entrance of the park, just like a sentry guard. So that's where the idea for the fortress came from. Not necessarily that I want to do like a fort theme necessarily, but just the idea is that Ravenrock would have maybe at one point been like an active fortress 100, 200 years ago. And the property was purchased by a theme park developer, and to stick tried and true to some of its history, they would have kept parts of what was there in the past and maybe just refabbed or reincorporated new utilities or facilities, whatever, into the pre-existing buildings. That's a lot of words, so hopefully that made sense. Idea or example, the fort would have had this little part of the building incorporated and refabbed into a restaurant. So Fort Ravenrock is a sit-down restaurant just outside of Sentry. Sentry, you do exit the ride through the gift shop. Again, photo op and active gift shop to keep the guests in there. Queue line is nice. It's got a lot of coaster interaction up front. The queue does go underneath the loading station and does have more cattle pen in the back. The exit does go around through it, and again through and underneath the station. The station itself turned out really nice. I really like the way this one turned out. It is still just a rectangle, but I gave it a lot more personality than what I normally do. These nice little angled beams, just giving it a little bit more character. On the inside, we do have like the luggage, a lot of clipping from the rock, which drives me nuts, but I can't do anything about that. I've completely enclosed and hidden the ride operator and built this to kind of give the idea that, like in Gatekeeper for sure, I don't know if other wing coasters are built like this. I haven't been on any other ones outside of Gatekeeper, so I can't tell you from personal use, but their ride op is above the track over this little like bridge area. So this is kind of where that idea for that came from. And then, what are you doing? Were you part of the mass firing when I went through? And where did he go? Where is he? There he is. He must have been part of the mass firing when I went through and deleted everything so I could remake this video. What's your name, fella? Tad. I'm sorry for your loss, Tad, but you know, it's only temporary. You will have a job here again momentarily. I promise. That's Tad. Tad, everybody. Best employee I have. And then, obviously, I've got my, what do you call it, maintenance area here. It's elevated. You got the little pathway that's all enclosed, blah, blah, blah. So that is Century. Century is fully custom supported. Most of the coasters, if not all the coasters, are going to, again, I'm going to do my best to fully custom support. Maybe not everything, like wood rides. I do have a wooden coaster in mind that is not going to be completely custom supported. Not happening. But most of the rides should be fully to partially custom supported. I don't think that this is necessarily the most realistic looking support structure, but, you know, it looks like it might work, so. Whew. That's a lot of words that I just try to cram, so hopefully you were able to keep up with me. I'm not going to discuss the layout of the coaster because we're just going to hop on a ride. Again, I promise I'm going to try and sort my IT issues out, so hopefully the episodes to come don't have these kind of issues and they can go back to my traditional format. So, that being said, I'm back. Thanks for joining me. My name is Brett. Let's go take a ride on Century, and hopefully you guys are cool with the way that this one fell together. I apologize, but, you know, I'm trying to make it work. Let's forget about that and go take a ride on Century, and I will see you again in the next episode of Ravenrock Woods. Take care, everybody.